YouTube, what's going on? This is Terrence Ray, and this is my second episode of What Am I Trading? I think I'm gonna start doing this every Thursday around this time, right before the close, maybe 3:30, 3:40ish, right around that time frame. Seems like a good time and a good space for me. And we're gonna talk about. I got a couple trades on right now, some stuff I want to talk about. We're gonna get right to it right after the buffer. So right now, if you take a look at my screen, you will see on the day we got well, the market actually has rebounded pretty well this morning. I think we were down on the S&P 500, um, what 61 handles or something like that. Let me pull it up and look and see. See if I click on it, you see /ES, and then I come over here and I can see where it opened at 37.95. Let's see, we had a high of 38.06 and a low of 37.23.75. So a low of 37.23.75 from where we at right now. That's about 70 handles down from here, right? On the day, on the low. And if you look at the screen, you can see this long wick right here, where it rebounded. So we opened a little lower, and I think that was on the news of the banks. They didn't CEO of JP Morgan actually suspended share buybacks, of JP Morgan. And so um since you could take a look at the XLF, which is an ETF of the financials, and you can see that it's down on the day. And that's one of those ETFs that I look at as far as like if the financials are down, then you pretty much gonna have a down day, and with my experience. And for the most part, I look at the banks like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, did I say Morgan Stanley? Um, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, those big ones. I pretty much look at those six. And if we see those down, then you're gonna pretty much have a down day. And you can see right here we had a gap down, off of bad guidance or bad, earnings news or whatnot. And so we had a down market earlier, and it seems like the market has rebounded for whatever reason. This is a good, in my opinion, this is a good trader's market. You can take either side. You're getting some good action, some good two-way action, so you can trade this market. One thing that I've been looking at, and if you've been paying attention to the markets over the past 6 months or so, is the dollar. And so here on the Tastyworks platform, they have a smalls product from the smalls exchange that they allow you to trade on here. And you look up here, it says small US dollar index, right? And you can see that the dollar has been going up since, I don't know, this is only a 6 month chart. So you can look and see for the past 6 months. Look what we've been doing. So for me, on a we have a what technically is an overbought market, right? The RSI, you see up here where it's red. So it's technically speaking on the RSI is overbought. And then just from a fundamental perspective, you have a market that's been stretched in one way or the other, whether it was stretched to the bottom or it just so happened to be stretched to the upside. And so with the dollar being high, now you can trade the smalls here, short this, like you can literally short the futures product in the smalls, or I think you can even trade options on this. No, you can't. Well, let's see. If I pull up the futures, if I pull up, and that's the spot price. So if I hit forward slash SFX, that's going to give me the future. And if I wanted to short the dollar, I could come in here and sell, do some options on it, or I could trade the futures product and just short it outright. What I've decided to do instead, with the dollar being stretched out to the upside, is to come down here and look at some currencies, right? So if you look right here, you got so you can look and see with the dollar being up, the yen is down, euro, the British pound, the Aussie, and then the Canadian dollar, right? You see how they're red. So what I've decided to do, instead of shorting this top, I would decide to come in here and get long the euro. And if you see, I think I posted, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I kind of post charts real time on Twitter. It's easier to, like, if I'm looking at my phone, to, if I see like a setup, I might mark it up on my phone and then just share it and just tweet it out. So follow me on Twitter. It's just easier if you want to get, well, I want to do, I got to do a video. I got to, take a little bit more time to sit down. I may not even be at home to do the video. So now let's look at this. Now you see, we got this doji candle back on, just I think this was Tuesday the 12th. And you can see we got wicks right here, right? It's got a wick, wick, wick. So this level right here is holding its support. And so for all you Forex traders, this forward slash 6E for the euro is the euro forward slash USD. That's euro USD all day. You look at the charts, they the same. So you may hear me say Forex or FX or something like that. It's the same thing with these currencies, right? So with that being said, you can see that the RSI is green, meaning that it's oversold. Technically speaking, on the relative strength. See right here, how we're down here. So what did I do? Now you can come in here and buy this out, right? What I decided to do was come in and sell a put spread. So I'm in the August expiration, and you can see right here. Here's my position. Sold the 36 delta, bought the 31. Boom. That's where we at. And so I got 22 days on this particular trade. I won't hold it 22 days. Um, I may roll it out another month if I don't get the move that I expect, or the move goes against me. We'll see how it plays out. But I do like, just looking at, the dollar being stretched that far. It can continue to go, but I like my odds. I like my pot odds right here of me getting a pullback in the dollar coming down and the euro going up. Another trade that I located, and I kind of look at this stock on and off, ETRN. I did I think the Equitrans Midstream Corp or whatever. It's an industrial service company. Um I've been watching this stock, on and off for the past couple months, and you can see what I got. So I'll try to explain this and make it easy. Basically, like I said, if you follow it on Twitter, you got this, like, right when I seen it. Here's a shoulder, here's a head, here's a shoulder, and then you got a bull flag right here. So I threw my fibs on, and you can see where my stop is and where I'm looking to take profit. This is just a quick little trade. Something easy to get in, easy to get out of. You can trade this as cheap stock. It's not gonna cost you anything. You can trade this with you can have a real small account and trade this. And it does pay a 15-cent dividend. So, which means they have earnings coming up on August the 2nd. And I think the dividend, you can see the X date will probably be August 3rd, based upon this one, the last one being May 3rd. So if you got 100 shares, you're going, $15 per 100 shares. If you're holding it, through the dividend. So that's a nice little come up, even on that. Even if you're not somebody you say, well, I don't really want to day trade, you could do that. Me, I'll hold it as long to either hit here or hit here. So if I'm holding it during that, then I'll take the dividend, right? But I'm not doing it for that. It just so happened that it does have a dividend. Now, that's in this trading account, which is a more active trading account. I do own this stock in a long-term portfolio that I have with Fidelity, right? So I own it there and I'll hold it there. Like, I'm not looking um to trade it there like I am here. Um let's see. And you can see down here where I got filled at 661, $6.61. And you can see I got take profits and stop losses. Now I could hold it. I got a level here, got a level here. Um, I'm just looking to be in and out as far as this particular account. So I'm not looking to hold this long term, right? I either want to be right or wrong and be able to move on to something else, right? I primarily like to use this account to have provide content for my YouTube channel. So let's close this up just so we can see that in a bigger frame or reference. Now, with that being said, let's look at the overall market and see what we got going on. I'm going to pull up the SPX. I want to show you guys something. I actually was looking at this earlier. Right here, I do this every Friday. I'll do this again. I'll do this tomorrow, and I may do a video tomorrow live showing you where I mark up the expected move for the next week. I do it every week, and you can see the expected move for the SPX this week. On the low side is right here, and on the upside is right here. The market came outside of the expected move for the week, and look at it, bidding right back up into that range. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow if we had an up day or the market settled right around this line. I would not be surprised at all. Um, and that's why I do that. Looking at it right now, if I came out, so next Friday would be what? The 22nd. So right now we're showing for the 22nd, we got $109 move to next Friday. So, but I won't do it until after the end of the business day tomorrow. So that right there will change. And then that's just showing you the move that the options market has priced in for the S&P 500, the SPX, the options market. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is even rallying right now. This is the spot price Bitcoin. You see, I got up here, and if you're looking at it, you can see we got a green candle today. It looked like maybe this is holding right here. Maybe this low is going to hold right here in Bitcoin, and maybe it'll take out these highs right here. So you may get something up into here. If it does take this high out, the next resistance level will probably be right in here, some range, right around 26,000. So we could see a move in Bitcoin that'll take it to the upside. And let's see, I want to take a look at the bonds. I like to keep a look at the TLT. The bonds was a little lower today. You can see I got my fib levels on the bonds. I do own the bonds in my retirement account. I'm long bonds right now, as long as they're raising interest rates. You can see I got levels up here. So, my low is like 108. And I could see the bonds really making this push all the way back up to 128. It's possible, right? And so with that being said, the TLT pays a dividend, pays a monthly dividend. So it's not, you know, just looking at ways to this wouldn't be a bad I don't give anybody any advice, but because it doesn't move that much. The bonds don't really move that much. So when you got a little, some money you trying to, and you're looking out there and you like, man, what can I put my money at? Because everything's getting slaughtered right now, right? So the bonds may be a place to where the market ain't moving as fast. It's moving a little slower for you. And I'll show you what I mean because it's already been beat up, right? So here if you we looking back, we back in December, it was up at 155 and it dropped all the way down here and got down to 108. So with that, if you the name of the game is to buy low, sell high. Well, it's pretty low. So, I like my odds or my chances or whatever you want to call it, buying it down here. And if I lose out, I only lose, this amount instead as opposed to buying something when it's up, relatively high as opposed to the history of the past year. You can look at it and see how low it is compared to where it's been. So that ideally this would be, buying low. If you guys got any stocks or anything that you thinking about buying and you just want me to come on here and mark it up, maybe throw some fibs on it, put a chart up, um, and see if I see a pattern. One of my rules is no pattern, no trade. I gotta see some type of technical pattern or it's overbought or oversold. Sometimes I won't wait to see a pattern if I see an overbought or oversold pattern. When something is overbought, and it's gonna be kind of hard for us to find something that's overbought in this market. Let's see. I'm gonna come up here to Tasty and go to 52-week near high. Let's see what we get. We got a little something. Let's see. Let's take a look at Merck. I know Merck is liquid. Now, this might be something that one could look at possibly shorting, right? The only reason why I won't short this right now, just looking at it, I like it to be overbought. Like I want my relative strength to be over this line and be up here somewhere, like where it was there, maybe by put spread or something like up here. This would have been a great short, of course, hindsight, but I like to see certain setups. And right here, to be honest with you, Merck looked like it's getting ready to break out and run higher. Like, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and let's go ahead and mark this up. Let's get us a trend line. So, like, even if we just do something, even if we just come here to this high, triangle this thing off right here. And this is how I would do it. Like, this is, I'm doing this real time. This is something that I really would do. I would do it just like this, right? And so we got some type of like little like a pennant, or a bull. This could be considered a bull flag, right? Or a little pennant. And you see up, pull back. Now, if we get this breakout right here, this could run higher. So this isn't for me just identifying that I don't want to get short here. And I really don't want to get long right here either. This is one I don't really like to set up. But this is a bullish setup. I just don't want to buy what the market already put in some work at this level to the upside. So let's take a look at I think this is Eli Lilly. Yeah, Eli Lilly, same type of concept. I don't like it. IBM, I don't like that either. So, I can see, and you can see I drew a Fibonacci on this probably a long time ago, and you can see how this is holding up. Bam, back up here. Bam, here again. Every time this little level right here is holding up here. But so I don't eventually it'll pop and break out and move up to the upside. So I don't like that. What is BJ? BJ's wholesale. Look at this, right? This one is right on the cusp, in my opinion, of shorting. It just reached the overbought level, as you can look at the RSI and see. So this is right there on that level. Let's take a look. How about this? Let's look. We at we got another level up here at 73. Let's look at the 1 hour. And I just want to look. So this will be, I'll put this on my radar. I possibly could make a trade in this maybe in the next day or so. I think we got a little bit more to run. I want to see the hourly up above the relative strength. And then we can come in here and maybe get a trade on that. Not quite yet. I want to see it run a little bit further. Let's see. We'll see if we can get it to run a little bit further. Let's take a look at what we got. Pepsi. Nah, I don't like that. I think Pepsi's gonna do some more running. Um, the rest of these other stocks I don't really know. I don't know how liquid they are. What is Veru? This right here is probably something that day traders are killing. I can tell just by looking at these long wicks. Some volatile intraday trading. I wouldn't trade this either. This look like this getting ready to break to the upside as well. And so I don't want to get long here. I would have rather have gotten long, bouncing off of this Wilder smoothing moving average. But I just wanted to let you guys see, how I'm thinking, right? I'm trying to do the opposite of what everybody else normally is doing. If everybody else is buying, I want to short. Everybody else is short and I want to buy. Um, in my opinion, that's the way it's the easiest way for me to trade, to actively trade anyway. Now, if you're doing something like long-term investing or something and you're looking to buy and hold, then that's something totally different. Your time frame or your time horizon is going to be longer than what mine is currently. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you got something out of this particular session. I gave you, I'm long the euro and I'm long ETRN, right? And so I maybe tomorrow or maybe in a few days I'll do an update, let you guys know. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because now I can provide posts on YouTube as well. Follow me on Twitter. So if I'm not able to do a video, then sometimes I can just, tweet something out and you'll see that chart. If you like that chart, you might be able to do something with it. With that, guys, I'm going to be out. Happy trade, man. Peace.